I finally got that aha moment. Thank you. The other day, I did a video on the current state of affairs. Private security is in danger. The world is becoming a lot more dangerous. In that video, I talked about how you should go out there and train, and there should be no excuses like, I have no money to train. Well, I didn't think about giving some budget-friendly strategies. So I want to thank David from the Security Guard Command and Ryan from the Security University and Training Solutions channel for providing solutions. So David's solution, he talked about an event where he got about 5 of his coworkers to pay $20 each. And he got a hold of somebody at a martial arts studio, and they provided a 1-hour class for 5 guards. Guys and gals, that's a sign of leadership, to coordinate 5 guys, and they're probably off duty. Coordinate 5 guys or gals, or mix in between, and get them to only pay $20 each. That's super awesome. It just shows that if you reach out in the community, you might get help. Ryan from the Security University and Training Solutions channel mentioned that he has a SIG 320 training gun that shoots BBs, and I thought, there's no gun out there that shoots BBs at the SIG 320. Then I was thinking, you know what? Ryan is a more serious content creator on YouTube. He doesn't mess around too much, kind of like how I do sometimes, and how some other content creators mess around too much, or have a little bit of comedy on their channel. So I looked it up, and sure enough, there's a SIG 320 that shoots BBs, and that's Ryan's training gun, and that's where the second aha moment came. Aha. Why didn't I think about this? This is a paintball gun. I use this in reality-based training events. Those of you who took my classes at Kaplan College or Brightwood College about 8 to 10 years ago, maybe 7 to 10 years ago in Palm Springs, we did a lot of reality-based training situations. Basically, when the first or second director left, I basically had free reign on the campus. And instead of doing some of the things like just sitting down and lecturing PowerPoint, we actually did a reality-based training. I'm sure you guys, we had a great time. So anyhow, YouTube analyst. This is not a real gun. This is a RAM combat. RAM stands for Reality Action Marker Pistol. Okay, this is not a real gun. Yes, the slide goes back and forth, but as you can see, this gun is fed by CO2. See the attachment right in there? Attaches right in there. It's not a real gun. By the way, I will vote for Joe Biden in 2024 and Kamala Harris in 24. I will vote for them. I will also in November vote for Gavin Newsom. I will vote for Gavin Newsom, and I will vote for all the Democrats in November so that they can allow me to continue to have that right to bear arms, which is it's an ugly right. You know what? Who needs that right? You guys get the point. So what I'm going to do with my team at work is I'm going to purchase some Glock 19 or Glock 17 blowback pistols that shoot 6mm airsofts. And in doing so, I'm going to save a lot of money. These pistols only cost about $160. CO2 gas canister, $2. BBs, I can get 5,000 BBs on Amazon for $9.99. Okay? I don't have to go to range. I don't have to take time off work and drive to the middle of nowhere to get to the range. I could do this at my work site. Now, mind you, if you're facilitating reality-based training event where you have airsoft pistols at work site, you got to have somebody that knows what they're doing. You got to have that safety officer. So what I'm going to suggest you do is not do these events yourself, is find somebody who's a firearm instructor, somebody who's qualified, somebody who's licensed to provide this type of training to you. And you could probably find them at your work site. They're in security ranks, a lot of military ranks among your workplace, and then there's law enforcement ranks that you can draw these professional experts from. But number one is safety, guys. So with my team, We're all going to all go to the gun locker and put all our weapons in there. Tasers, everything, baton, everything that's a weapon, it's going to go into those gun lockers. And we're going to coordinate, we're going to arrange an area, perimeter and area off, and that's only going to be for training. We're going to notify who we need to. In your case, if it's going to create a lot of noise, then notify the local police department and watch commander. I hate doing that. Last time I called, it was Palm Springs Police Department. The lieutenant was a dick with me. But hey, you know what? At the end of the day, I told him what I was doing. I wasn't asking for permission. I was just telling him, hey, heads up, I am doing this. So what I end up doing, let's just say this is a window. All the windows to the college where I worked at, where I got to do these awesome reality-based training events, I put cardboard over all of the windows, and I put caution tape in the area where we were training, and I notified all the other professors and all the other employees in the entire building that we're doing reality-based training. We're going to be presenting airsoft, paintball guns. We're going to be yelling, screaming, giving commands. You're going to hear explosions. You're going to hear a lot of noise. So we let them all know. Same thing with you guys. It has to be a safe environment, because you're going to have a first responder showing up and all of a sudden think that you're an active shooter or something like that and then take you out. So you got to be safe when you do it. Now, I know that there's perhaps an overtime issue. Okay. So in order to have a group of 2 or 4, you might have to pull somebody from another shift. If you're a manager of a security company or you own the company, all I'm asking you, I'm begging you, is to just pay your employees 1 hour of overtime to practice these reality-based training events. And if you're qualified, you could supervise them as well. That's all I'm asking. Just give them an hour. That 1 hour of time that you give them of overtime can save their life. And I know that a lot of you care about your employees' life, and you're as passionate about the training as I am. I don't even know most of those people out there, but I'm very passionate about being a trainer. Actually, this is something that I want to do once I retire. I want to go out to different security sites, be on contract with them, and provide reality-based training. Anyhow, let's go back to the topic here. So get with a team of two or 3, whoever you can. And guys, you might have to do this on your own dollar. I mean, the best training out there, a lot of times, it's on your own dollar and it's on your own time. So try to coordinate these events. Hey, David from the security guard command was able to do that with his team. If he can do that, so can you. And you can create scenarios that revolve around your workplace. So if you work retail or a hospital environment in an armed capacity, you can maybe be the patient that's brought in. Okay, maybe you're suffering a GSW, gunshot wound, to the arm or something like that. And it's very common for these gang members to actually be strapped. And then create a scenario where they jump out of the bed or they're about to reach for a weapon and they engage you guys. And if you're working retail, maybe again you have that customer that demands that to return that item. Manager says no, and the person starts reaching into their waistband and reaching into their backpack and presents a rubber knife to you or one of these fake pistols. Okay? It's going to bring a lot of realism to the workplace, and it's fun, you guys. And if it's just you could set up targets. What I'm planning on doing, and I hope the other content creators will do the same thing out there on YouTube, we can create basically a bunch of targets. We'll lay out a bunch of targets in your house. Maybe we can have you print some out, put them strategically in your house. And if you don't have any team members, I'll be your team member. And again, I hope that other content creators will jump in on this. But I'll be your team member. We'll work it as a team. So I will show you how to correctly and safely clear a room. And then I'll show you more or less, or maybe you can have a girlfriend, a boyfriend, a wife, husband, a significant other, a child of yours, set up the room the way that I have them set it up. And what you'll do is you'll replicate what I showed you, and then you'll go in the room and we'll see how you do. We'll see if you're able to engage all the targets, how many hits you get. And it's gonna be, you guys, it's gonna be fun. Some of you are thinking, how is this airsoft stuff, paintball stuff, how does that translate to real world skills? Guys, I know a friend of mine a dear friend of mine played paintball his juvenile life up to his adult life, a little bit into his adult life. Paintballs. He got into a real life incident and he was doing failure drills, you guys. Failure drills with accurate precision. First time ever being involved in something like this. Failure drills with a target that wasn't just moving this way, but that was moving laterally, you guys. So harder to hit. You have to track this. You have to track the assailant. If they're doing this, you have to track them really good. Paintball skills to him translated to real life survival. Let me know what your thoughts are. Any ideas? I'm open to anything. David and Ryan, you guys are awesome. Thank you for the aha moment. Take care.